Welcome back. So True Jiu-Jitsu, I'm Coach Daniel. Now we're looking at Kesa-Gatame Escapes. We've got two different forms of Kesa-Gatame, and I know there's a different name for the other one, but I just call them defensive Kesa and offensive Kesa. Defensive Kesa is when you have the outside underhook. It's not a very good position to attack from, but you can really control a lot of their movement, and you can kind of just glue yourself to the rib cage and burn them out a little bit, right? So from here, he's going into Kesa-Gatame with the underhook. This is what I call defensive Kesa. Again, there isn't a lot of attacks he can do from here. He's got a couple, don't get me wrong, especially in the gi. But whenever we're here, he doesn't isolate my neck with anything. One big thing to understand here is because he has the underhook, he has a little chalking block underneath this elbow too. So it ain't like I can just start rolling him that way. A lot of people love to do the run and scoop. Well, I can't run and scoop if he's got post under my shoulder, right? So from here, I'm looking at laying him back. Now, once I go to lay him back, I am gonna switch up and become in the same, or finish in the same Kesa-Gatame position that he is in. But a lot of times he's gonna keep his head forward to where he's not just gonna lay back from here. This inside arm is trapped. He's got good position on my tricep. So from here, I'm gonna get a hold of his lapel. Either one is fine. One of the big things I like to do before I get this started is, again, I'm gonna move him offline. I wanna try to get his weight off of me as much as possible before I set up. So from here, I'm going to bridge. Whenever I bridge, I'm gonna punch up towards the wall, and you see how that moves him up. Like I said, you can use either lapel, it doesn't matter. I can get the inside lapel, you get a little bit more pressure off of that one. Whenever we go to bridge, we punch up, and then I walk my hips out and drop him down. Come up to here, and then I can switch to offensive Kesa or attack Kesa, whatever you wanna do, or I can just run my hips back and make sure that he can't do the same thing to me. You can see I always wanna lean forward in this position. The more I set up, the more he gets to do it to me. So I'm giving him a reason to set up, and then I'm taking him backwards. Let's switch, let's go back. So again, from here, I'm gonna get inside of his lapel. Either one is fine. I like getting the outside one. There is a little bit of slack in there, but I get to touch his neck with my forearm. And I think that's pretty powerful whenever we hit that big bridge just to make him move. And then again, I step through, come up, and then I've automatically got this. If you like the bread cutter choke or the paper cutter choke, whatever you call it, very easy to get this because I'm already in a tight position on that outside arm. So now we look at attack Kesa when he's around my neck. So he's still got full control over my arm. He still has his bicep on my neck, and he has that chalking block, but this shoulder's free now. It's not an underhook. He's up around my head. So this is where we can make that scoop and roll work pretty easy. For me, it's always about collecting my hands. I'm not pulling him tighter into my rib cage. I'm kind of shooting my arms up. I want him to be able to move that way, right? So from here, whenever I go to bridge, I'm gonna bridge up and I'm gonna try to put his nose on the mat where his knee is. When I do that, I'm taking my hips to the inside with a reverse shrimp. I'm shooting my hips underneath him, and then I use that little pry bar effect to try to flip him up. So I go from here, as I bridge up, I'm gonna hit a torque bridge. I'll just set him on my hip, and then I'm gonna roll underneath, coming up to the outside, getting shoved, getting back take, getting whatever you want to from there. So again, I try to rock the boat a little bit, right? I'm gonna push into him to where his hips come up. I'm gonna get underneath his hips, and then I'm gonna rock him back over. So one more time with that one. Let's go this way. So again, he's got the Kesa-Gatame. Inside arm is trapped. Whenever I get this, I S-grip around his shoulder. I'm not S-gripping around his waist. I want him to move, so I'm gonna move his shoulder line as much as possible. From here, I'm getting a torque bridge, so I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be to the outside. Once I get to the outside, again, whenever I bridge, I'm going over top of my inside shoulder, which in this case would be my right shoulder. As I bridge up, I run in, and as I set down, I try to set him down on top of me to where I roll him up, and then we start coming up, gift wrap, whatever. My rib cage stays attached to his rib cage. Second one we look at is, again, I don't know the term of this one either. I always call it the linchpin. Anytime we're in here, my elbow is what stops me from coming up. If he can stay underneath my tricep, then he can hold this position for a long time. So we go here to here, and from here, again, he's got my hand in his armpit. He's got his hand gripping my tricep. from here, I look to just spin. So again, I'm gonna thread the needle this time. I'm not looking to step up and behind him. I just wanna switch underneath, but before I do that, I'm gonna straighten my arm out to move his elbow to the outside. Once I do that, I can start looking at collecting his arm, collecting his bicep, and then myself up and come out, right? So the big thing about this one is I'm taking that linchpin away from him. I'm taking my elbow position away from him. Let's go this way. So we're here and here. He's got my outside elbow in there. So again, once I just straighten my arm out, you can see he still has a good grip on it, but I get to open his elbow position up a little bit. And this doesn't work for bigger grapplers. This is usually people that I can connect my hands around. If he's very robust to where I can't touch my hands together, then I'm gonna kind of hammer fist on the arm from here, right? I can also just start noodling this, get in here, trap it off, and then collect his forearm from here, which is awesome. But the big thing about it is I don't want to push him forward anymore. I want him to stay exactly where he is. So from here, I'm gonna run my hips in. Now I'm gonna thread the needle and get up on my side, here to here, shed the head, and then start looking to attack turtle from there. And that's escapes from both styles of Kesa. Remember, everybody plays Kesa a little bit differently. Some people like to smash into you. Sometimes it makes them easier to roll. Sometimes that just makes it more of a headache for you to get your hips to the outside. But again, once we S-grip, I'm looking at literally throwing my hands up overhead as I bridge and then taking my hips underneath them to get that roll. I want to rock the boat before I roll them over. Odds of you being able to just run up hips to hips with somebody and roll them over is pretty small unless they're drastically smaller than you or they don't understand getting into Kesa-Gatame base at all.